Everyone, we are back from our brief Cryptid Bash where we said we were going to record and we absolutely fucking did not.
No, we recorded on the way there, and that was it.
Like no, it was probably longer. Like 10 minutes of us talking about the dongs
and menstruation
and menstruations and cloacas, and then we had too much fun, and then. Yeah, we didn't do anything we said.
Nope.
And then we've had my dead mom drama. It's bad.
Yeah.
I've moved past the being really upset part to the being really inappropriate part. Well, that happened fast. But I was going in between and now it's just turned into full blown.
Just inappropriate.
Yeah. Did I tell you what happened with the crime scene guy?
Did you scare him away?
Yep, he blocked me. Yes. Because
that's fucking hilarious.
That bitch. Okay, so he sent me pictures of everything, the scene, and when you are first of all, trigger warning. If you've been listening to this podcast, this song, you.
I was wondering what that was.
Motorcycles. Okay, so. The body was there for a long time. It was very decomposed. And when you decompose, your soft tissues fall off, slough off, whatever. And there was a nipple just on the floor. And he sent me pictures. He was like, I'm really not comfortable sending these to you and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, I can't. I've been a critical care nurse in fucking Baltimore. I swear to God, nothing you're going to send me is going to even
Yeah.
So he sends you one, and then when someone sends you a picture and you zoom in on it.
Oh, I absolutely know that. We were just talking about that.
So I zoomed in and I said, OMG, is that a nipple? And he doesn't know what to do. So he's like, yes, I believe it is. And then I texted LOL Ed Gain.
Oh my God.
And an upside down smiley. So now I think he's very...
Yeah.
So then he blocked. That's how I got blocked by Steri Clean crime scene cleanup of Connecticut.
Well,
sorry.
My week was different. It was dramatically different. If you don't follow my personal Instagram, you might not have seen, but I posted a TikTok last week that went super viral, and it currently has 4.3 million views.
I had to move my booster seat. It is the funniest fucking thing I have ever seen.
It's very funny.
I was dying. And so I sent it to this other TikTok person that I've sent museum stuff to, and I was like, hey, he does a lot of satanic content, whatever. And I was like, hey, you should come on and we'll talk about Satanism and da-da-da-da. And I was like, my podcast partner just had this video go viral, and I sent it to him. And he goes, "That's fucking her video!" He already knew. And I was like,
"You'd be surprised." We were getting comments from people who just recognize where we were, and then one of the girls who works at the coffee shop that we all go to every morning was like, "Oh my God, my favorite regulars," and we were like, "Holy shit! This is getting crazy now."
Oh my God! You had a lot of comments from verified blue check type of people on there.
Oh yeah.
It was
oh yeah. The people loved it. It's fucking hilarious.
So fucking funny.
And it's crazy because it's been a week and I still my notifications are still blowing up.
As they should be. But I have to say that the star of the video for me is Sid in the background.
Oh, losing their shit?
Trying not to piss their pants, just fucking dying. I was like, this, every time I watch it, I find a new thing that amuses me, but Sid has been the thing that now I'm
consistently just cracking you up.
It is so fucking funny, dude. So yeah, if you guys haven't You need to. That's all.
We should post it on the Manic Pixie Dream Goals page.
Have we not done that already?
I don't think so.
Man,
We're about to.
It's like, yeah, I have not, whatever. Anyway, this is a PSA. Don't kill yourself, number one. Number two,
Yeah.
if you're gonna kill yourself, let someone like have like a dead man switch that texts somebody, like let someone know where the body's gonna be. Because if not, some poor crime scene cleanup man is gonna have to
deal with people
your
like
dead body off the floor, then deal with me. Oh, also this text chain, by the way, was 2 in the fucking morning.
That makes it so much better. This guy is just minding his business at 2 a.m.
I'm sorry, Byron. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not really. Okay, it was very fucking funny to me. And when
I think that's a good way to handle that, actually.
It was very funny. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, if you're gonna do it, don't do it. But then if you do, like, don't like rot for 3 weeks, preferably.
Try your best. Try your best, at least.
You're listening to Manic Pixie Dream Goals, where we tell you how to not leave a rotting corpse behind and how to go viral on TikTok.
So many topics today.
So many topics.
Wow.
Wow, we're doing our best. So we're going to continue with our theme of Irish folklore and customs. And given the events of the past couple weeks, we're going to do Irish death customs and magic. My mom was an Irish, so that was like kind of, you know.
Was an Irish.
So
one of them,
you know. These motorcycles. Have you seen, we can cut this if you need to, because this is going to be one of my things, but like, have you seen the Celine Dion video for It's All Coming Back to Me Now, where her fucking boyfriend dies on the motorcycle and then she like dramatically, it's obvious that you haven't.
I don't think I have.
The joy on your face would be just too much if you had. Anyways, every time I hear that, I'm like, you're going to fucking die. Okay. Anyways.
It's all coming back to me now.
Okay, so superstitions and customs around death and dying obviously exist in every culture. They're very interesting. Sometimes they're very bizarre. Sometimes they're very uncomfortable. We're going to talk about some that are very specific to Ireland and the Irish people. I'm going to stop touching this table because it's making everything shake. Okay, let's slam this clock.
Chuck.
Never again. So right away, one of the most common superstitions that I think goes through a lot of cultures is that you should open a bedroom window or a window in the room to allow the spirit to pass through and escape the confines of the body, and that you should never stand between the dead person and the window because it can block their path. And if you do that, you will be cursed, which I didn't know that one.
Do you get cursed by the spirit that's not trapped? Like, are you just like, they just go in ya and they start fucking with your life?
I don't know if they go in you kind of like in Ghost, like when Patrick Swayze goes into Whoopi Goldberg. I don't think it's like that quite, but I think they like fuck you up.
Yeah. Okay.
I think yeah.
That makes sense to me, though. It's like kind of rude to stand in someone's direct line of path travel.
I mean, how many times have you cursed somebody who's just standing in your way at the grocery store?
Every single time.
Yeah.
Don't stand in my way at the grocery store. You're going to get hexed.
100% of the time, every fucking time. It's so rude. So like, yeah, if I'm dead and I'm like, oh, like I'm going to go do dead, do that. And you're just going to stand there, Seamus? Like a fucking idiot. I'm gonna curse you.
Yeah, Uncle Seamus had it coming for sure.
Yeah, he's the worst. Okay.
Honestly.
So this one's very, very common throughout. I don't know any religion or culture, whatever, that doesn't do this. Is that you cover mirrors or turn them, because otherwise the soul will become trapped inside of them. That scares the shit out of me. I do. Yeah,
I think about that periodically, and I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it one bit.
No. And
everything about it seems bad.
there's a TikTok where this girl's talking about how like if there's a certain distance between your finger when you touch the mirror, if it looks like it's just touching, that it means the mirror is a portal that I need to send to you because it's been really upsetting me.
Ooh.
It's been really upsetting
So
me. Okay.
what I'm gonna do after this is go around my house and see if any of my mirrors
Touch
are
every
portals.
fucking
I'm gonna touch
mirror.
every single one of them.
Yup. Scary.
I hope I have
Okay.
at least 3 portals.
I mean, I do and I don't like. I don't like to have a mirror facing the bed when I'm sleeping. You know, like that's weird.
Mine's
like,
facing my bed.
I feel sorry for anyone that's using any of my mirrors as a portal, because a lot of the time what you're seeing is me very anxious picking at my skin or something. That's just gross.
Or Mr. Beef.
Or Mr. Beef screaming, beefing.
Yeah,
so, you know, unless it's like a Dr. Pimple Popper or Ghost and they like to watch that kind of stuff. But
I think realistically though, out of the two of us in our homes, yours is more likely to be full of portals.
I know.
Which is
That's
a bummer.
fine. The ghosts in my house, if there are any, are fucking very chill, so they can do portals.
That's fine. Yeah, they can stay. That's okay.
They're obviously liking what I'm doing with the place. I almost burped, but I threw up. Hold on. Okay.
Oh my god. Day after Cryptid Bash flashbacks.
Okay. So clocks, this one is something I had not heard. Clocks were stopped at the time of death to prevent bad luck and as a mark of respect, because I don't know, but if a clock in the house were to stop on its own accord, it meant that there was another death that was going to occur. So like if you didn't go do it. The first half of
that was something that my family actually really subscribed to.
Really?
Yeah.
I had never heard
stopping the clock at the time of death. Yeah. That's something like my dad's family was like very on top of.
But then how long do you keep it stopped for?
Forever. You no longer use that clock. But it didn't have to be every clock in the room, like just the one that belonged to the person who died.
What if they didn't own a clock because they were like a peasant? I mean, I guess this hasn't been a post-peasant times.
Yeah, I mean, and as far as like my dad's family goes, it's not really like they were poor, but like, you know, you have a clock or a watch.
Okay.
Something.
I was thinking that must have been maybe it's till they're buried, but okay. That's really interesting. I did not know.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense, but I feel like also never mind. Getting ahead of myself. Go ahead.
Wait, it froze.
That's fine. I said some stupid bullshit anyway, so we'll just move on.
Okay. So then photos would be turned face down because there was concern that the spirit would either become attached to the actual picture or trapped in the picture or possess somebody in the picture.
Oh.
So that is very, very scary.
I like that third one though.
Possess someone?
Yeah. Just like someone in your choice. Choose someone in the picture and possess them. Could be fun.
Okay, so right now in this room, right, if a ghost was gonna pick who they're gonna possess, because you've been in my bedroom, we have Gary Busey. We have Bronson Pinchot. Oh my god, it's doing the thing. Okay. And then the baby and Jonas. So if I'm gonna pick, it's gonna be Gary Busey.
Yeah, for sure.
No fucking question. It would be so much fun.
Any pictures of actual people on my walls in my room. So my options are a goblin with a penis that my friend whose name is also Sarah drew me. I've got a weird dick looking worm monster that Al drew me. I've got a 2-headed baby. I can't see the other end of my room, so it's just more goblins.
I'm gonna say goblin. I'm gonna say dick goblin.
Yeah, one of the many goblins.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Watch out, everybody, because that's what I'm gonna do. And I think we all know who I'm going for first, and we all know it's Jeremiah. No, Jeremiah. Not to.
Oh, you want to? Okay, I understand. Oh.
When I'm a Tokolosh, I just want to stand
there. Come on.
I just want him to know that they're real. Okay. So then the next thing is like the fun part, which is, it's fun because there's drinking. The wake. So there's like this one legend that waking began because there was a beverage that they would drink out of pewter tankards, and then they would get lead poisoning, which would put you into like a catatonic state. So they would stay with you, right? They would stay with you to make sure that you didn't get buried alive. But apparently that's not true. It's still related to the buried alive thing, but they didn't actually, like, it wasn't from lead poisoning. It was just because people were dumb. So family and friends would just, you know, stay around the body, talk about them, get like really drunk, keep
that's
guard
pretty good
over
practice, honestly. I feel like we should keep doing that.
Oh, absolutely. Like, and like it was before embalming, so I feel like you got like a much more, I don't know, healthy experience with death if you actually had to deal with it.
Yeah.
And not just like funerally embalming. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
So basically it was just to avoid a premature burial. Like that's a pretty common thing from the olden times where they would just be like, you're dead. And
it was literally like a 50-50 shot. Like, we're burying this person alive. We either are or we're not. And that's it. Like,
I don't understand why they didn't start beating people. Like, if they think you're dead, slam
kick
them
a few times or something. Yeah, just
end it. Just fucking end it. Like, why are you doing this?
A little extra overkill just to make sure you don't bury someone alive. Like pros and cons, people. Pros and cons. Like,
just stake me in the heart just to make sure.
Literally, yeah. Just like, if you think I'm already dead, at that point, I'm already dead. You know, whether I'm not.
Cut my head off or something. I don't know.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah, behead me.
But it has to be really sharp sword because I don't want to get all jagged.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be a ghoul, I want to
decapitate me before you put me in the ground, just to be sure.
That's fine. So I'm sure this is like a common thing. Like if you're watching over the body and you yawn, you have to cover your mouth so that it doesn't, like the spirit doesn't go into your mouth.
You don't need them. You don't pull a little Kirby.
But then this leads to another thing. So like, let's say Seamus is blocking the window.
Okay.
If his mouth is closed, it couldn't really go in. I guess Seamus is fucking dumb. He's probably standing there like.
Yeah.
God. Okay. So this next one is very interesting because it's tied to like my house has that weird coffin door thing.
Oh yeah.
So the next one is interesting because it also carries into German folklore and into the architecture of my house with our coffin window door thingy. So when the deceased is carried out of the house, you have to do it feet first, because if they are looking into the house as they're being pulled out, so like they're going to try to get other family members to join them, which is kind of shitty. The fuck's wrong with you?
So
if they can like see you, they're gonna be like, come on. Like,
and then you just die.
I mean, they try to like get you to kill yourself or something. Like, I don't really understand why. Like, they try to get someone else to come with them, that's really rude.
What if you alternatively just blindfolded the corpse as you took it out of the house?
I don't know.
Then they can't see you.
I don't know if it's like a magical thing, like something about it prevents them from haunting, because what I was told with German heritage and with our thing, because like why that thing is there so they don't have to turn the corner and then go out the wrong way, is that it was to confuse them so they couldn't come back and haunt the house, and that after they did it for a brief period of time, they like, I'll have to show you sometime, basically you bricked up that coffin door for like a certain amount of time so that the spirit wouldn't come back in.
Oh, okay.
So it's got like a weird brick thing from the last time that they did that. And I wonder if I open it up, if a ghost will come to my house.
We should try it next time I come over.
It's probably just gonna let squirrels in.
Well,
I like squirrels.
That's fine.
Okay. So then the burial thing is very interesting. So in the Stone Age, in what became Ireland, the way you were buried was like a way to signify how important you were. So you could be lying down, sitting, or if you were a really great warrior, you would be standing.
I'm sorry, you got buried sitting?
Can you imagine?
What the fuck?
I guess they like
crisscross applesauce and the fucking just
But like
sitting in the grave, like, is my posture okay? It doesn't matter because I'm dead.
Yeah, like what?
But like,
the only great warriors got to be buried standing up. So like,
who wants to be buried standing up?
But then what does it mean if you're the sitting guy?
You were like okay.
Yeah.
You know, if you were buried laying down, you were a real piece of shit. But like, if you were in the middle there, you were pretty all right.
You're all right. I wonder if there was different ways of sitting that they were like, okay, crisscross applesauce means this, like regular sitting, hunched over. Like, I wonder.
Yeah, there's like pose people.
Okay, let's pick our burial poses.
Oh, mine is definitely the one that's like, you just.
I want to be, but we should be hard style buried.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're gonna hard style in our graves.
So like if one of us dies first, they have to like get us taxidermied like this so that the other one and you have to keep the taxidermied body in your house until you die.
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
Isn't it sweet? That's very
what a nice like friendship gesture. Can you imagine having to explain that to somebody?
I don't think oh,
this is my best friend. She died.
I literally won't explain it. I'll just be like,
you wouldn't explain why there's a taxidermied human hard styling in your living room?
Most people that know me would just be like, all right, like they wouldn't even ask.
I want to say the same. I want to say that everyone who will ever come into my house at any point would just be like, yeah, that makes sense for you. But I also don't want that to make sense for me. Like, I don't want it to make sense that I have taxidermied humans in my home.
It was consensual taxidermy. It's not like you Ed gained them.
I know, but
consensual taxidermy.
But that's next level of fucking weird, man. Like, I love it, but it's fucking bizarre.
Well, then you could keep the taxidermied person in the attic or like the pantry or something.
In your pantry?
Because like I'm imagining this is you're very old, so if you're old as fuck, and then you have your taxidermied bestie just
in the pantry
next to the cheese.
So not to your rice for you.
Oh, okay. We'll get into this dead people bodies in a minute. Okay, so in the Bronze Age, they said that the only way to destroy a body was to burn it so that you could release the soul to the spirit realm, which is very common in Buddhism and other traditions as well. In the Middle Ages, this is my favorite, it was if they thought you would return from the dead and devour the living. It doesn't explain why they came to that conclusion, but I like to think that they definitely would have decided that about me.
Me too, I bet. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then you got buried in unconsecrated ground, and they broke all of your bones and like weighed you down with stuff to make sure you didn't come out.
Oh my God.
Like, whose job was that? Who's the bone breaker?
I like that. I want to be the bone breaker.
You know what? You know what I want to do is the next time you're over was we get drunk and we text Byron, because on the off chance that that man didn't block me,
we can text him from my number.
So sorry, this poor guy. He's probably such a nice person. And okay, anyways. Okay, so this isn't even funny, this part. Up until very recently, infants who died without being baptized or people who killed themselves would not be entitled to blessing, a wake, or consecrated burial. So their families would literally have to go like in the middle of the night and bury them just outside the cemetery because it was like almost consecrated.
Yeah.
Which fucking sucks. Like, that's not, can you imagine people having to take their fucking dead baby? Like, that's so fucked up.
Yeah,
I hate that for them.
Those kinds of graves are like really fucking common though. They're called paupers graves.
Yeah, it's so sad.
They're just like, if you're poor or if you weren't a part of like the common church, or if you were fucking weird or a
Mhm.
criminal, like they were like right in the pauper's grave. Like
Yeah,
throw that
like
bitch out of there.
fuck you, bitch. Like I don't like that at all. It's not cool.
No,
It's not
it's
even
kind of fucking
whatever.
rude.
It's hella rude.
That's what I'm saying.
Ireland. Okay.
Super spicy of you.
So then the other one with burial is that there's a strong belief that you should return the body or ashes of anyone of Irish descent back to Irish soil, or else their soul will not truly ever be at rest.
Do you think that means that all the ghosts are just Irish ghosts?
And they're just mad.
They're just fucking mad. That's why they're always like throwing shit against the wall.
Probably.
They're like, I just want to go back to the motherland. Let me
But
eat
like
potatoes for
at
eternity.
a certain point, bro, like your ashes are like there's nothing for me to bring back. So it's like,
yeah.
Like I'll probably bring back some of my mom's ashes over there because like I was gonna bring them a few other places just in case, just a little, just in case.
Sprinkles seasoning on the
It's like
on the
Salt
soil.
Bay.
Yeah.
I will absolutely do that. I'm such a horrible person.
No, it's fine. I'll go with you. I'll bring my grandparents' ashes.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Little ashy ashes.
Well, ashy ashes.
Little ashes. Okay.
Do you think Ireland will be mad at us if we just bring our
I mean,
ash?
if this is their belief,
it's a bring
right?
your own ash party.
Yeah, BYOA. This is their fucking belief. Come
That's
up
true.
with this. They did.
That's true.
So they're ashing for it.
Aye. Pretty good, pretty good.
I'm the funniest. Okay, so now we have funeral workers. So we do have a throwback to keening women.
Oh.
So they were originally kind of like a harbinger of doom, you know, and then they were a screamy. So keening women get very tied in with banshees because of the screaming and wailing, but keening women were, you know, a big deal. We know that they were ostracized by society because you paid them in alcohol and treated them like shit. And I'm sure they were also in the shitty unconsecrated graves.
Yeah.
Which
we love a funeral stripper until she dies.
Yeah, right. And that's very much like nothing's changed. What's changed?
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
But the next one makes me very fucking sad. So there was a thing called a sin eater. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So a sin eater, and this was practiced up until like the late 1800s. So it was someone who would be called into the home to basically take on the sins of someone who died without confessing, or someone who was a shitty person. So it was considered the lowest of professions, and it was usually a disgraced priest or someone who was excommunicated from the church. And it was obviously always men, because if it was a woman who was excommunicated, they probably killed her.
Yeah, they would just murder her. Yeah.
Or so it could have been like a town outcast, you know, somebody who's a little weird, somebody who's gay, like basically anybody who didn't fit the mold. This is what they had to do, or like how they would survive. A lot of people.
I'll be honest, that sounds like a fucking sick job.
Because if you don't believe in it,
yeah, I just go get to take credit for all the like
it's
bullshit you did.
Like
okay,
these people do believe in it. Like that makes me sad.
Yeah.
So they would go from village to village and visit the home of the deceased to charge for this service, where they would take food and drink that was passed over the dead body, and then it was like a spiritual cleansing ritual. So they would take on all the sins so that the person who died could go to heaven, and they would eat the food. And then when the sin eater died, it was believed that he would be dragged to the pits of hell, carrying the weight of all the sins that he had eaten in his life.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of cool.
So.
And they got to take the sins of multiple people. There wasn't like a cap on how many sins you're allowed to take.
You could eat all the sins.
Okay. Interesting.
But like that's really sad if you really believe that was what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
And you had to do that because it was the only way to survive. Like that makes me very sad for them.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
However,
do you think what do you think happened to them? Yeah.
I think
it's probably fine.
Because like I think we've got a lot of stuff backwards. So it was probably like they went they got dragged down to hell, and then the demons were like, psych, 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 like just fucking, we were just kidding.
Yeah.
And then everything was fine. And Lil Nas X is there.
Yeah. Lil Nas X was like, hey, that was pretty fucking cool of you.
Yeah, that was dope.
Come
like
vibe.
It was so cool. Like I feel like that's probably more like what it was, but the demons had to make like a big show of it because they didn't want like heaven to get mad. So they were like, oh no, it sucks so bad. Like I think that's probably more like what happened. So
yeah, for the first like 20 feet into the gates of hell, they're like yelling at you.
Yeah, they're like,
they hit 21 feet and they're like, they can't hear us anymore. We're having
21 feet,
time.
you hear like the very beginning of Call Me By Your Name. And then you're like,
oh, okay, all right.
Oh, okay, then you get a lap dance from Lil Nas X.
Oh, fuck yeah. If you didn't already want to go to hell, I mean, that's persuasion enough.
I absolutely love him.
Yeah, me too.
So a few things about death magic, because we were talking about keeping each other's dead body in the pantry. So there's a lot of, this is from Ancient Legends, Mystic Charms, and Superstitions of Ireland, which was written in 1888. So this bitch is real serious. Her name's like Lady Jane Francesca Wilde. Okay.
Damn, that's a fucking sick name.
Yeah, she's probably real cool. If you would get a dead man's hand, like from someone who was executed for a crime, and you'd use it to churn butter, and it would like help get your magic vibes going. If you had the dead hand and you put a candle in it, nothing could extinguish the candle. And if you like brought it into a house to rob people, like none of them could wake up because of the spell of the like dead hand candle. Which, by the way, I think might explain what happened in the Amityville murders. And I will get into that another time because none of the family woke up through those loud gunshots.
That seems to be like a common trend though.
Well, he had a dead man's hand candle hand, which DeFeo. Anyways, where'd this go? Oh, I did double-sided. Okay. So the strongest magic is from the hand of an unbaptized infant taken fresh from the grave. So you know creepers were waiting outside the fucking cemetery to steal baby hands because that made your magic hella powerful. Then there was one, hold on, I can't believe I printed this double-sided. It's gonna throw me the fuck off. Oh, so if you took one of the sheets or the sheet the corpse was wrapped in and you took the corner of it, it would cure headaches. If you took a piece of linen, work
now, you think?
I mean, I would try it.
I got migraines all the time.
Let's go ask somebody for a quote. You know who I can ask?
Yeah.
Byron.
Yeah, Byron, come through.
Byron.
Come through.
2 things, 3 things. I'm gonna say, I need you to take a corpse. I need you to wrap it in a sheet. I need you to give me a piece of the sheet. Why? I have a headache.
So question, does that one corner of the sheet last forever? Does it work on all headaches?
It's forever magic.
Wow. That's incredible.
I know. Oh, this is fucked up. So the spirit of the last dead person to like be buried has to keep watch over the like churchyard until another person's buried there. So they have to do like tasks for the spirits. Like they have to
spirit
chores. They literally have. So this is also a banshee explanation. They have to send messages to people on Earth to announce the coming death of relatives. So this is another banshee origin story. Is that if you were the last person buried, you had to do all these fucking spiritual.
That seems really unfair. Like I get for like a week or so, you know, like you're new here, maybe pick up some extra shifts at, you know, in the ghost graveyard, but like forever,
years,
like
till the next person's buried.
Well, and think about the cemeteries that are full and closed and they move to different locations.
Yeah, dude, that fucking sucks.
Like you're stuck, you're fucked. And why is everyone else chilling? That guy died one day before you.
Right?
He didn't do nearly enough work.
It's just like the ultimate, like your fucking coworkers suck type of thing where you're like, oh, I'm glad you guys are all having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are having fun. Meanwhile, I'm having to go announce the death of your fucking shitty cousin.
Yeah. And you're sitting on your ass playing fucking cards with all the other
Playing
ghosts in the graveyard.
Ghost Monopoly and shit.
Ghost
like
Monopoly.
It's so I would be so mad. I can't.
How do you can't even quit that job either. That's not even a job you can quit.
Nope.
Like you can't do anything about it. You're just stuck with it.
It's just okay. Oh, this is very creepy and I do not like this. So on the 12th night after death, the dead walk your house, and every tile in your house has a soul that is sitting and waiting for your prayers so it can get out of purgatory. So I guess like someone dies, you're doing your wake, you're doing your mourning. 12 days later, apparently however many tiles you have, a bunch of purgatory souls are like,
I don't like that at all.
it's like, why?
Is it just the 12th day after somebody died, or is like every like 12th day of the month, like
12th day after the death.
Okay, that's it. So it's the only time
like purgatory free for all.
Well, if it's only for like, it'd be like what, like how many hours a night do we have? Like 10, 12, however many hours of nighttime.
But like, what are they doing?
Voguing. They're practicing their catwalk.
So we went to, when we were in Italy, we went to this, because I love different shit. There's this realtor, can't even remember which whatever Italian city he was in, but it has a special room in the back of like holy relics that have been touched by people in purgatory, like as a way to get a message through to their family. So there's like Bibles and like pieces of clothing and stuff with like faces and hands and shit burned into it.
Oh, there's a spider on my wall.
Just catch it. Just touch it.
Catching it. No.
My husband literally left a spider under a fucking cup for like all yesterday and last night till I got home from work and was awake because he was so scared of it. It was so small. I gave it a kiss.
This one's tiny at least, so I'm not gonna like have a, oh God, where'd it go? Die. Sorry, I can't. I have to. It's the only thing.
I'm sorry. It's okay. That spider was probably rude in its last life.
Super fucking rude.
Like it was probably like someone like really. It was probably an Al-Qaeda terrorist. That spider did 9/11. Like
It definitely did.
Literally
had guilty written all over it.
Yeah. Sorry. And now what we need to do is we need to get a sin eater.
Yeah.
Absolve. I think we should bring that back.
That is, I agree. How much do you think you'd get paid an hour to do that? Or is it by person?
I think it's a fee by person.
Okay.
But like it's just like I don't want it to be
how much per person
to eat the sins. I would charge, it depends on like how bad I think they were. Like if it was someone who was really, really fucking horrible, it would be like $3,000.
Only 3?
But if it was, yeah, like I'm not trying to price gouge, you know.
Well, if you're that big of a piece of shit.
You're right. I have to actually, we need to work out like a spreadsheet on this.
Yeah.
I think that's probably better. So basically, to sum this up, cover your mirrors, stop your clocks, steal a dead baby's hand.
Yes.
For maximum.
Or a criminal man's hand. Whatever you're feeling.
Yeah. And also don't be the last person to get buried in a graveyard or you're fucked.
Yeah, don't do it. You need to ensure that somebody dies like 3 minutes after you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get buried first.
Yeah.
Like
it sucks, man. All right, guys. This was definitely a weird and depressing episode.
It really, this is really like,
it's like a downer. But like literally it's like very low energy vibes in the world right now.
Yeah.
So it might just be like what you needed in this moment. Mm-hmm. Because it's been weird. We will definitely be back to giggling and talking about dumb shit next week when we do mermaids.
Oh yeah. Mermaids.
Bye.
Bye.